Are you looking for the best blenders? In this video we will look at some of the best blenders the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Vitamix 5200. If you're looking for a well-built blender that can handle pretty much any recipe, check out the Vitamix 5200. This blender has a premium build quality, a long 7-year US warranty, and a fantastic blending performance. However, it's a cheaper option among high-end blenders, and you're not paying for extra features you might not use. It has straightforward controls, with a wide range of speed settings available on the dial, a switch for pulse mode, and an on-off switch. Its 64-ounce main jar has a narrow base that helps it blend small volumes of ingredients more efficiently. It makes an extremely smooth blend with fibrous fruits and vegetables, easily crushes ice cubes into snow-like ice, and blends recipes like nut butter and hummus without much stirring. You can use it to blend hot ingredients for soups and sauces. However, since it lacks blending programs, you always have to manually stop the blender. Automatic blending programs don't necessarily make for a better blend, and the 5200 is more affordable without sacrificing performance. However, you might prefer the pricier Vitamix Propel 750, which performs similarly but has a few automatic programs on its dial. Or, if you want all the bells and whistles, check out the Vitamix A3500, which has even more blending programs in its companion app. The A3500 also has self-detect, meaning it's compatible with the widest variety of extra accessories sold separately by Vitamix. Number 2. KitchenAid K400. The KitchenAid K400 is a worthy option if you want something cheaper. While it's very sturdy, it's not as well built as the Vitamix 5200 and has a slightly smaller 56-ounce capacity. Its 1-year US warranty is much shorter. However, it delivers a versatile performance since it can process hot ingredients, blend silky smoothies, and make snow like crushed ice. Unfortunately, making something like nut butter or hummus is a longer, more difficult process since it doesn't come with a tamper, and you'll need to stop the blender to scrape the sides of the jar. Otherwise, its design is well suited for a variety of recipes. It has a good range of speed settings, so you can adjust the blending speed to suit whatever you're making. There are a few automatic blending programs on the speed dial. Like the Vitamix, it only comes with one jar, but you can buy a personal jar for smoothies from KitchenAid. The jar and lid are dishwasher safe, but unfortunately, if you're cleaning them by hand, the lid and non-removable blades take some time to get completely clean. Number 3. Ninja Foodi Cold and Hot Blender. The best kitchen blender we've tested in the mid-range is the Ninja Foodi Cold and Hot Blender. This blender has an unusual design with some downsides, but it's a great option for making soups, sauces, and other hot recipes. The main jar has a heating element built into its base, so it can not only hot blend but also heat and cook raw ingredients like onions or tomatoes. While it makes a somewhat less smooth blend with fibrous ingredients than the KitchenAid K400, it still does a fantastic job. The included tamper makes it easier to use for thick recipes like nut butter. However, because of the heating element, you can't put the jar in the dishwasher or immerse it in water, so it's not easy to clean by hand. Unlike the previous PICKES, it doesn't offer a wide range of speed settings. The manufacturer doesn't sell additional jars, so you can't buy personal jars for smoothies. You may prefer the Ninja Mega Kitchen System if you want smaller jars for single serves. The Ninja can't hot blend, but it has a 72-ounce main pitcher and at least one 16-ounces personal jar. You can always buy more if you have a lot of smoothie lovers at home. There's also a food processing bowl included for chopping and slicing vegetables. Number 4. Oster Pro 1200. If you're looking for a budget-friendly blender with a good, versatile performance, check out the Oster Pro 1200. This cheaper, smaller blender has a small 48-ounce capacity and feels less well-made than the previous PICKES. However, unlike the other blenders listed here, it includes a 24 ounces personal jar for single serves. You can use either jar to make well-blended recipes with fibrous ingredients like kale, broccoli, and fruit, similar to the Ninja Foodi Cold and Hot Blender. However, it struggles a little more with hard ingredients. It can crush ice for cocktails or frozen drinks, but only in batches of about 6 ice cubes. It can also make smooth dips and spreads like nut butter, but if your recipe has less liquid, you need to stop the blender to stir. It can't heat ingredients like the previous pick, but you can use it to blend hot food for pureed soups and sauces. You also have fewer options for fine-tuning the speed compared to more premium blenders like the KitchenAid K400. It has a mediocre build quality, and the design of the gears doesn't feel very durable. However, the removable blade assembly makes it easy to clean by hand. If you're looking for a budget-friendly blender, you can find more recommendations on our list of the best budget blenders. Number 5. Black Plus Decker Quiet Blender with Cyclone Glass Jar. The Black Plus Decker Quiet Blender with Cyclone Glass Jar is the best cheap blender we've tested. This inexpensive blender shares many of the same features as the Oster Pro 1200. It comes with a 48-ounce glass jar, a 24 ounces personal jar, and a resealable lid for single serves. While some of its components feel plasticky, it delivers a solid overall performance, and you can get it for well under $100. It's best for recipes like smoothies since you can use either jar to make a mostly smooth blend with fibrous ingredients like fruit and leafy greens. However, other aspects of its performance leave something to be desired. Its minimum blending speed is quite fast, and if you're making something thicker, like nut butter or hummus, ingredients tend to get flung to the walls of the jar, and you have to use a spatula to scrape everything back toward the blades. It can only handle about 6 ice cubes at once and still leaves behind some unprocessed chunks when you're making crushed ice. Aside from the glass jar, it doesn't feel very well built, and the main jar lid feels particularly flimsy.